How are we here today? What great heroes were there to make today a better place? How did technology come this far? I don't know. Well, to answer that question, we'll have to go back in time. And quite far, actually. 11 million years ago. Yeah, that's a long time. Well, 11 million years ago, early Steves and Alexes were incredibly stupid, and all that they could do was walk around in their bare feet. Like, can you imagine that? Walking from your house to Starbucks. Yeah, immense pain all throughout your body. They were done with this nonsense. They thought that making a 3D circle or something, like the wheel, that's what it's called, the wheel. They thought they were making like a wheel was going to be useful. Newsflash, they had no idea what to do with it. So they just threw away for now. Big mistake, let me just say. Life just went on for the early humans, and the Minecrafters would just continue to hunt for food. It was only after a while that hunters realized that cows were good for not just food, but for leather. The skin of cows, basically. This changed transportation immensely. With these two types of inventions, people made thick seats to put on... Wait, pigs? What the fuck? Okay, no. They put it on pigs for a little bit, then realized that pigs are only good for food. So they went to their next best option. Horses, yes. These guys were incredibly fast compared to walking, and would be able to run up to 50 miles per hour. Although there was this, massive problem, they needed food. Yeah, they were living, so they needed food. Annoying, I know, but it was a big problem. So explorers would just take a portion of their food, give it to the horses, to get away home, and that was that. What was it called again? The wheel. Yeah, people actually realized that if they added a platform on, like, a couple of wheels and attach that to a horse, it would let them travel, and not just one by one, like, one person on a horse, another person on a horse, but in groups of a time, making migration, traveling, transportation incredibly versatile and super useful for villages, not just growing villages, but also established villages too. Of course, these creations, people were calling them wagons, were good and all, but horses still needed a hell of food, and since horses are carrying even more weight, they need even more food. Horrible cycle, if only horses didn't eat food. Over the past thousands of years, nothing, really changed, except civilization grew and expanded, and that's great, because of, tiny little inventions and transportation. This world was going to stay that way until one man, one incredibly intelligent man, came along. Steve D. Redstone. He found out this new ore, other from iron and those other ores. This ore could conduct electricity over long ranges when put in powdered form. He used this to make multiple different types of creations, like the observer, pistons, dispensers, and so on. And this revolutionized the world, making the day-to-day life so much easier with, dispensers, showers, redstone. Yeah. Steve D. Redstone, he's your guy. You're welcome. Factories were being made, and people were calling this era the Industrial Redstone-lution. I mean, I think it's catchy. And redstone, a hot new commodity, was being built. Urbanization spread through the entire globe, and Steve became the richest man in the world. But wait, what about transportation? I mean, this video is about transportation, right? Well, there was the scientist, Alex S. Delta. She found out that after compressing the material of slime cubes, they became into this gooey, incredibly, adhesive, sticky glue, right? And after years of work, she was able to make this glue into block form. Since she was a female, and this was back in the day where women's rights were, practically non-existent, no one believed her, actually, and, even though she was a brilliant scientist, all she wanted to do was make the world a better place, and no one believed her. And over time, her work were practically useless. Until, one day, a mechanic, Acer B. Yeti, got his hands on these blocks of stickiness. She called them the slime cube? I don't know. He combined Steve Redstone's conductivity blocks and his geniuses, his pistons, all his stuff, and Alex's blocks of adhesiveness into a machine that can hover over any terrain. He quickly tried to submit it to the Great Council, where Steve Redstone sat, but then realized there was still one thing missing. Acer went to the local pub to see Alex, drinking her life away, since no man would listen to her. Acer proposed the deal, and made Alex come with him to the presentation. Alex thought this was a bad idea, and since women were looked down, and everyone would think Acer was a crackpot for believing a woman. But instead, Acer persisted, and he insisted to work with Alex. He submitted it, and around a couple weeks later, he was accepted by the council. Now, of course, this device was going to change the world. So, Steve D. Redstone himself came down to Alex and Acer and shook their hands. Acer, Alex, and Steve all became the best of friends, and transportation was reinvented. New iterations of this flying machine were created, and soon everyone was using it. Not only for commercial use, but for industrial uses, like transporting piles of coal in an instant. And with this side product, women's rights actually became a thing, and which was crazy. People around the world realized that no matter who you are, you can still make it big and have a place in this society. Unfortunately, time always creeps up on us, and the great trio that shaped the industrial redstone revolution, the trio that made urbanization so much easier through the use of flying machines, slowly faded away as each member died of old age. We wouldn't be here without them, and ever so often just remember that these people spent their lives not just working at a regular 9-to-5 job, but instead they spent their lives making the world a better place. Now we're here in 2022 during a pandemic, and you're probably watching this video in the toilet. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. I can't wait till it's finally uploaded because this is taking me so long to edit. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more epic content like this, and see y'all later. Bye!